Good afternoon, everyone. Right now, I'm staying with Dr. Sajad Saab. Dr. Sajad Saab is the head of the Department of Education in Science and Technology in Mathematics. Sajad sir, we welcome you on this very particular podium in this very particular platform.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sir. Thank you very much, Saik sir.
Sir, currently, right now we are at a phase when we have completed this 5 days this training workshop in which almost 70 ATL in charges like participate in this very particular workshop. Sir, आपके आपसे सुनना चाहते हैं कि ये ट्रेनिंग का आपसे फीडबैक लेना चाहें. सर, कैसा लगा ये वाला पर्टिकुलर ट्रेनिंग वर्कशॉप?
This training workshop, I can say, was up to the mark. It's not from my side because being the coordinator of this program, it's not actually self praise is not recommended. But if you have seen the feedback of the participants which they have provided us through WhatsApp, through the Google form as well, every proof is lying with you. The feedback was very much positive because we do have a diversity in these ATL in charges. Somebody is say maybe from the computer background, and someone is from IT background, someone from say is having MTech from reputed institutions. But at the same time, some ATL in charges are having some arts background, or we can say they are having some bio type of background like zoology, botany, and therefore it was a need to start the training from basics and up to the advanced level. So it was the main cracks behind this training. So we started with that plan, and that plan executed well, and we were successful in that. And we actually put forward this before the participants that the training schedule is like this because we are catering both the ATL in charge having some computer, mathematics or science background, and the ATL in charge having no science or mathematics background. We cater both of them, starting from the basic, and then ultimately will lead to the advanced training schedules. The point is, when I talked to the this ATL in charge individually, they provided a positive feedback. Most of them were happy. They told us at least we were not this filling the dashboard of the ATL even. I mean, how simple it was, but most of them were not filling the ATL dashboard. That was a kind of catastrophe on our part before this. So when I came to know that they were not even filling the dashboard, it was a problem. But they pledged upon that now onwards we will fill the dashboard before 10th, so that we will also compete for the ATL of the month kind of competition. And I hope that within a month or so there will be a drastic change from the ATL laboratories of the Kashmir Division. I'm sure about it because all the ATL in charge, 70 ATL in charge from the Kashmir Division, because we do have only these much of ATLs which were installed by the NITI Aayog so far. So we tried, because being at the SCERT, we are here to uplift the academics part of the school education department, because we have that kind of the mandate. We are not looking at the administrative things, we are looking at the academic related things. So this was very much concerned with us because it has a kind of connection with the school education department, because almost 70 high school and higher secondaries are having these ATL laboratories. So if these ATL laboratories will be judicially used or effectively used, only then it can yield its result and its purpose will be served. The problem was that we do have here the only 29 I think ATL laboratories which were adopted by organization like LLF or Dell Technologies. The rest of the remaining ATLs are not even adopted by any organization so far. So what I have seen, the 29 ATL laboratories which were adopted by LLF and Dell Technologies, they are showing some sort of the progress. But at the same time, the remaining these ATL laboratories, which are around 39 laboratories or 41 laboratories. So there we have seen they are working on the average level. But we are not expecting in 21st century, where we have invested a huge amount, around 20 lakh rupees, and they will not perform at our expected level. What is the expectation level of expectation?
Right.
So that's why we organize this program, and we get connected with the NITI Aayog. There we do have a coordinator for ATL labs for the North region, Mr. Pratik, and we talk to him, as you might be knowing that it is a director, SCERT, Professor Parikshit Singh Manhas, who actually met with them on some conference, I don't know where, but there he came to know that he is the coordinator North for ATL laboratories. And then my director, sir, when I intended to impart the training among ATL in charges, he told me that I am already in touch with the coordinator of the North India for the ATL laboratory. So he connected with me, the Pratik sir, and Pratik sir then told me that we do have a training partners like Dell Laboratories or LLF. We will connect with them, and then finally they connected me with the Dell Technologies as well as the LLF, Learning Links Foundation, and these organizations provide us the trainers. I mean, we were having five trainers: Saik Javed, we were having this Shivam Sharma, we were having Rohan Atri, we were having Musab, we were having Wasim Wani. Okay, so these were the five these trainers from the Dell Technologies and LLF. They impart the training, and they tried their best. They gave the 100% what was supposed from them, and now it depends how the these participants have absorbed the training.
Right.
It will be reflected in the feedback, and that feedback can be shared with anybody whosoever, because we are government organization, we are open to anyone. If they would like to have the feedback from us, from the different candidates, we can even share with them, so that we can, ours is the institution of this academic as well as research institute, so we will do the research kind of things from it, and see where we were previously lagging,
Right.
and what kind of phase shift will bring this training.
Right.
I mean, I will analyze the situation pre-training era and the post-training era. I will see where we have improved and where we need to further improve. So then we will talk again to these organizations, because these are the ones who are responsible for installation, etc. of these ATL labs. We'll again talk to them, and we will collaborate with each other, and then design a program, different programs. And you might be also knowing that I was preparing the day-wise report of each training day. It was only with the purpose that when we schedule a new training, this much what we have done will not be covered in that. I mean, we will start from where we stopped here. The next training will start from that. So that was the main reason to devise those reports on daily reports, day-wise reports. And I hope that that in the future we will uplift the scientific temperament, and we will inculcate the curiosity kind of the things and the creative kind of the things among the new generation, among the young, we can call the young scientists who are very much bent or inclined towards the science. I'm sure that it's something I'm looking, that a kind of spark is scintillating now from the Jammu and Kashmir, because there is a practical proof, and I believe, being a physicist, I believe in the practicals only, because I don't believe in the theoretical things, and we just throw the arrow in the dark. That's not our part. Our part is what sort of the pragmatic results we are getting. Right. We actually believe on that only. So the point is, in future, I hope that we will improve, and because there were so many indicators, so many indexes which are showing that Jammu Kashmir is leading in many fronts when we consider the scientific domain. Because you can see, just in Aspire, it's before everybody, it's open to all. In Aspire, if we look the ratio of the number of nominations to the number of schools we do have registered on the Aspire portal, we have registered our index is much higher than any state or the UT of the India, I can say. So therefore, that means even the organizers of the Inspire are thinking that what kind of boost we are having from the Kashmir this year,
right,
because it's having a huge jump the number of nominations submitted by the students. This means that they are interested,
right,
and these projects are all prepared in the ATLs. And what I have seen, I already talked that those 29 laboratories, the projects from the 29 laboratories which were adopted by different organizations, the projects from them are getting selected. I mean, the probability of getting selected is higher in case of the projects which came from those adopted ATL laboratories than the ones who come from the non-adopted. We can say unadopted ATL labs. So therefore, here we see a kind of change. This is the point of research.
Right.
So this is the one big difference: adopted and non-adopted the ATLs. First of all, we should actually discuss it with the NITI Aayog, where we can talk to them that, can you please, is there a possibility we can adopt more and more ATLs in the Jammu and Kashmir? If there will be adopted, I'm sure they will say yes, because anyone who is at the helm of affairs in any scientific organization is very much kind and keen to provide his help towards this Jammu and Kashmir UT being at the end of the India, you can see, because the industries are not flourishing well. The reason is we are at the end of this country. So therefore, the most of the industries would like to invest at the center, because they are investing, because everywhere their material they can send it at a cheaper level, because all of the industries are not interested. Most of them are, but now on, I have seen many organizations are coming here. They are interested in the Kashmir, and our students are doing well, because when they will do well, they will innovate, they will invent. What Musab has already given the design thinking lecture on design thinking. When they understand what is design thinking, they can make the kind of things what you call the prototype. They test it and something else. Then finally they went on the invention and innovations. And finally, if they innovations, they can patent it, and after patented, that means they are linked with the industry.
Industries.
And once they get industry, that means more employability will be there,
Right.
and that way we can improve the prosperity of the we can say Jammu and Kashmir unity, but ultimately it will be the prosperity of the whole country.
Whole country.
And this is the crux, because we are looking for that. We don't want that we will waste the 2 precious or 3 precious years of a student by just going through these question and answers. They are just cramming and putting that, loading their minds, mounting the information in the minds, and then demounting it on the examination day, and then after that they forget the things, because this should not be the case, because it's a big country where we do have 1.4 billion population and 1.5 billion schools. We cannot afford to just deviate or derail from the things when we consider the education system. So we must actually take those initiatives which will be very favorable to the students, and we can get maximum out of minimum from the students. This is what the developed countries are doing actually, and we should now focus on the system based education, where students can get skills, and simultaneously they can earn while they learn.
Right.
So this should be now our focus, and we are trying our best. I hope that our parents, the students, the teachers, mentor teachers, whether they are in the school education or they are the higher education, do cooperate with us, and we want to see a change in Jammu and Kashmir, that too for the prosperity. Thank you very much.
Sir, if we'll be talking about this teachers training feedback, so how do you think, like, do you think that the teachers were very happy with the training, and do you think there is a scope for, like we always say, there is always room for the improvement? Do you think that these kind of like training should go oftenly?
Right, Sai, you are very much right, because I can say there is we can say never that we are perfect. There is always room for improvement.
Right.
Always. You have seen from last 30 years how world has changed. If we compare it with the last 5,000 years, for example, 5,000 billion years, and then compare it with just last 30 years, the technology, how much it has been improved. There is no comparison. I can think. The last 5,000 billion years and just 30 years of this century.
Right.
I mean, this 25th century, there is a hell of difference between, because every day, every hour, every hour at least 36 new research papers are published. So if we say only just one is perfect, so there is always a change.
Right.
So the participants are very much satisfied with the training. But let us see from the feedback what else they need. What else they need, we will incorporate it in the next training.
Right.
But so far this training is concerned, as far the participants are concerned, they are much more than happy, because they were joyous, because they were continuously interacting with me, that we were very much satisfied.
Right.
Even if those who know the things, they told that we got something, they refreshing their previous knowledge.
Right.
I mean, this gives a kind of boost to their knowledge.
Right.
Because they told me that even if we know something, which because they told me that the trainers were also in touch with them.
Right.
At least those 29 which were adopted.
Mm-hmm.
Still, they thought that they have added so many things in this training.
Right.
So that means, as per the participants are concerned, our training is very much successful. But we need, because it's every day we see a different electronic gadget,
Right.
and different softwares. I mean, with different features. We must actually impart different trainings. I mean, per month, if we'll start new trainings, and there will be something new. Definitely, there will be something.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Sir, one more thing. Every session was followed up with some kind of activities. Are you personally very happy or sad with those kind of activities? Because eventually, this is definitely some, like, if I am the ATL in charge, if I'll be following up a session with an activity, definitely it's gonna boost my knowledge. It's gonna boost my hands-on experience on the whether that be the electronics, whether that be the anything, whatever I'm doing.
Yes, true. I mean, unless we will not do hands-on, I think that training is incomplete. If we can take into view the ATLs, we have done hands-on. I mean, we have engaged them in the practical sessions.
Right.
We were using those theoretical sessions as well, but that was very small part of the day. Rest of the day they did the hands-on. They did the practical type. They just directly jumped to the pragmatic knowledge. I mean, they were having the laptops with them and they used them. The trainers had told them how to make the use of different things.
Right.
Like I can say, Tinkercad, they use it here only. They use it this what I can say, Arduino UNO. I mean, they use it that how to blink the LED, how to use those buzzers.
Right.
They did it in front of us. I mean, I was so very much happy being a program coordinator. So when some noises came up out of that, and when LEDs were blinking like that, I was so much happy.
Right. So because if we'll see, if I'll be checking, like 50 to 60% ATL in charge are from non-technical background, so they don't know anything about like electronics,
Right,
about
right,
coding.
right,
So do you
right.
think that kind of knowledge was imparted into them or
Yes,
not?
yes, that was important. That's what I told you. It was a diverse class. It was not like everyone is MCA, everyone is MSc IT, or everyone is BTech in computer engineering. It was not like that. We started with the plan that we have a diverse class here.
Right.
I mean, someone told me that I'm from artist background, still I'm ATL in charge. So far, we need to actually impart training to him also.
Right.
He should know at the basics of the code, like you, the psych has used that block type of coding. That's very simple, but he learned a lot from out of that.
Right.
What is the block type of coding is there, and therefore, I mean, this training was a kind of success. I mean, for me, I'm so much happy because being a program coordinator, if it is success, then only I will be happy, because otherwise SCERT would not have been happy with me, because they were very much happy. Director even praised it, this training program. These participants were praising us that how we have. They told me that they have attended a lot of many trainings, but this training was a little different,
Right.
because those trainings were only one-sided trainings. The expert was just delivering. They were not involving the participants, but here they got involved. They were all the time busy with something. I mean, that way they consumed the time as well, and they were happy. That's why most of the participants were staying with us for a whole night here. They stayed here only with us in SCERT. What else you require? What proof else you require? Because they were very much happy. They thought when this training is important, only then they stay here, and they pay for that. Even you can see they pay for that, and they stay here not at the cost of. I mean, when we provide the accommodation free, they paid. So they paid because they thought we are getting something out of this training.
Right.
Otherwise,
Right.
they could have left much earlier. This is what happened in most of the programs. But you can see how much audience it was full. The hall was full.
Right.
Up to, I mean, 4 p.m. Even if certificates we were distributing, they were here only. I think this training is successful, and I hope that in future we will impart the advanced type of the trainings as well, so that there will be effective use and the judicious use of the ATLs. Judicious use.
Sir, you talked about the ATL dashboard. I guess there was an activity on ATL dashboard also. Do you think that ATL dashboard, like that activity was up to the mark, or even any sort of activity, were that up to the mark?
That
or
was up to the mark, and most of the participants were ATL in charge were telling me that now on we will fill the dashboard before 10th of each month.
so that will be counted as a success. That will be counted as a success.
That will be counted as a success. It is a success, and people will know it.
Right. Right.
So it's not me, machine is never lie. I can lie. Machine is never lie. They will come to know. I mean, next month they will see. They will see a drastic change from Kashmir Division.
Sir, you interacted with the ATL in charges. You interacted with that, yeah, this Dell and trainers. So if we'll be like talking about a rating from 1 to 10, 1 being like least satisfied.
Oh yeah,
and
the trainers of young blood trainers. I mean, they put their 100% efforts in important trainings. What can I say? Because they all the time remain busy with this. Participants, one was delivering, rest 4 were involved with the participants. I mean, what you have done, is there any kind of the problem? They were helping them at every stage. This is the kind of training where they feel that yes, we are attached with them.
right. Right. Sir.
I mean, they don't feel shy to say that whether we don't know these things, because they got open when they see the way we impart the training, because they were individually from one-to-one relationship. They were talking this, yes, we want to have the problem here. Please help us to sort it out. I mean, that way it was a very nice training.
So is it safe to say that will these type of these workshops, trainings that will like occur very like frequently based upon the feedback from this very particular training
Yes,
session?
from the feedback, I am sure that I will be given a nod for much more trainings of this kind. What I assess from the director, he will provide me more responsibilities to organize such programs in future as well, with more fervor and with more the technological taste.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you for taking your precious time. Thank you, sir.